Hello, friends. Welcome once again to this very interesting podcast that we bring from PL Capital, where we cover all the interesting and insightful information just for you. And today I have an expert with me from PL Capital, Amnish Aggarwal, sir, who heads the institutional research and he's the co-head for institutional equities at PL Capital. So, welcome to the podcast. 1st February was a day when we saw Nirmala Sitaram ma'am. She declared the budget, Union Budget 2026. Would like to talk on that as well. But the recent development which has happened, which is the India-US deal, it has, taken everyone with a surprise, and people would like to know more on that as well. So before getting into the budget side, we'd like to get some clarity on the India-US deal from your side.
You see, US is the largest trade partner of India. India has a good trade surplus with US. For some of the key manpower intensive industries like gems and jewelry, textiles, marine, leather products, India has got a lot of exports to US, and because of these tariffs, exports were actually likely to get impacted going forward. Now, this deal has got ramifications on multiple fronts. First being that for the manpower intensive industries, which are a big part of the Indian export basket, now their competitiveness comes back, which will sustain the jobs at the ground level, which is positive for the economy as a whole. But as the deal goes through, there will be more cooperation between India and US on various matters, which will involve technology, which will involve, you can say, cooperation in the area of renewables, even your defense is there, semiconductors are there. So in a lot of these issues, once the two countries, they work together and the trade improves, it is going to be beneficial for the economy as well as for the markets.
So thanks for setting up the context on the India-US trade deal, as you said. However, from what you said, it seems that the India's and US relationship strategically and economically is going to be definitely viable. However, sir, which sectors do you think stand a chance to get benefit from this trade deal which has happened?
You see, one will have to look from the economic viewpoint and the market viewpoints. These two things could be separate. From the economic viewpoint, sectors like gems and jewelry, marine, textiles, leather products, they are the clear beneficiary in some segments like machinery, components, etc. However, some of these sectors, they are not very large or significant in terms of the stock market context. If you look from that context, I think the overall increase in the growth rate, that will be something which will be positive sentiments for the markets and economy in general. Because the sectors which are directly getting benefit, they are not a very significant part of the market as a whole.
From the market and business standpoint, if at all we have to see, do you see any increased inflow of foreign investment coming into India because of this deal? And secondly, could this deal improve our India's positioning in the global supply chain?
You see, in terms of the inflow of capital into the country, yes, it removes a big bottleneck because such like deals are between the nations. But will it dramatically change that? I think we will come to know only once we get the full details of that. But definitely, this is the step in the right direction.
सर, अगर इस पूरे ट्रेड डील को जियोपॉलिटिकल एंगल से देखा जाए, सो हाउ मच डज दिस इंपैक्ट इंडियाज करंट पोजीशन इन द ग्लोबल जियोपॉलिटिकल लैंडस्केप? एट द सेम टाइम, इस डील का सर हमारे इंडिया का जो ट्रेड डायनामिक्स है विद कंट्रीज लाइक चाइना एंड रशिया, इस पर इसका क्या प्रभाव पड़ सकता है?
देखिए, इंडिया इज वेरी वेल प्लेस्ड ऑन अ जियोपॉलिटिकल फ्रंट आफ्टर दिस डील. Because if you look at the last 10 to 15 days, India has closed deal with not only US but also with European Union, and
Absolutely.
European Union and US combined together, there are roughly around say 50% of the total global GDP. So once you have done the deal with the two largest blocs, so it places you in a very good geopolitical context. That is one. The second is, as far as your trade dynamics are concerned, I think the trade dynamics with every country is on a different plane. Say for example, what we are importing or exporting to US is different from what we are dealing with Russia or China. Say for example, in many of the critical technologies we might be importing from say US. Are we exporting textiles, leather or many of these your gems and jewelry to China? The answer is no, because China is our competitor in that space. Are we importing lot of, you can say, machinery, equipment from China? The answer is yes. So each and every country has got its own importance. There could be some products where we can import from both the nations, but then in terms of cost, in terms of technology, lot of such conditions or lot of such parameters they come into play when we undertake such deals. I think India is placed very well geopolitically after that, and in terms of the trade partners, unless and until there is some drastic step which is taken in some of these, I think there is not likely to be any big changes on that.
So I think you've really given us some strategic and economic standpoint view, market and business का impact, plus the geopolitical angle as well. As an investor इससे क्या टेकअवे ले सकता है सर?
देखिए, इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए सबसे बड़ा टेकअवे ये है कि इंडिया का मार्केट पिछले 12-15 महीने में इट वाज अंडर परफॉर्मिंग मैनी ऑफ द ग्लोबल मार्केट्स, बिकॉज पिछले 3-4 साल में इंडिया का काफी कंट्रीज के साथ ट्रेड डील नहीं था, पहले वाले ट्रेड डील खत्म हो गए थे, और ये जो टैरिफ्स और ये सब अनसर्टेनिटी के कारण देयर वाज लॉट ऑफ जिटरीनेस अमंग द इन्वेस्टर्स, और पर्टिकुलरली उनमें फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स थे, बट डोमेस्टिक में भी देयर वाज फियर कि किसी ना किसी लेवल पे जाकर के आपके ग्रोथ रेट के ऊपर इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा. नाउ विद दिस गेटिंग आउट ऑफ द वे, आई थिंक लॉट ऑफ योर हिंड्रेंस और लॉट ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी गोज अवे, जिसका मार्केट के ऊपर बहुत एक पॉजिटिव असर होने का चांस.
चलिए सर, ये तो एक इन्वेस्टर स्टैंड पॉइंट से हुआ. अगर हम इंडिया के इकोनॉमी स्टैंड पॉइंट से देखें, so in the long run, how much of transformative impact it will have in the India-US deal from the economy standpoint?
देखिए, इसका जो ड्रैग लग रहा था कि आएगा टैरिफ्स के कारण, वो ड्रैग नहीं आएगा. कितना ये ट्रांसफॉर्म कर पाएगा, दैट ओनली टाइम विल टेल, बिकॉज इंडिया इज अंडरटेकिंग मल्टीपल डील्स विद वेरियस कंट्रीज एंड वेरियस ब्लॉक्स. अभी उनमें से कौन सा ब्लॉक अपने को टेक्नोलॉजी देगा, कौन सा ब्लॉक ज्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट करेगा, कौन से ब्लॉक के साथ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज और इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ज्यादा कोलैबोरेट करेगा, वो टाइम बताएगा. Because India today is the fastest growing economy in the world. Every country in the world today wants to invest in India, and it will depend upon how in the next stage of the deal various countries deal with it, how much their corporates invest in India, and how the two-way trade happens.
If a common man is looking at this podcast and if he's trying to comprehend ये जो India-US deal जो हो रहा है, इसकी बातें हो रही हैं, तो आप क्या कहना चाहोगे इसके बारे में, ताकि वो एक कॉमन मैन को भी इसको सरलता से समझ ले?
देखिए, कॉमन मैन के लिए इसमें दो चीज हो सकता है कि लॉन्ग टर्म में इंडिया में जो यूएस से कुछ चीजें इंपोर्ट हो रही हैं, जैसे कि रूटीन लोग देखते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल एप्पल्स इंपोर्ट होते हैं, आलमंड्स इंपोर्ट होते हैं, देयर आर अदर ड्राई फ्रूट्स गेट इंपोर्टेड, देयर आर सम अदर प्रोडक्ट्स व्हिच आर गेटिंग इंपोर्टेड फ्रॉम यूएस, तो वो सामान आपका सस्ता हो जाएगा प्योरली फॉर द कॉमन मैन. फॉर द कंट्री आपका इकोनॉमी ग्रो करेगा, ट्रेड जो है यूएसए के साथ बड़ा होगा, तो उससे भी जो लोग ट्रेड के अंदर हैं, जो लोग इंडस्ट्री के अंदर हैं, उनको उसके अंदर बेनिफिट रहेगा.
मतलब हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स भी बढ़ सकते हैं वहाँ पे.
एक्सपोर्ट्स भी बढ़ेंगे, इंपोर्ट भी बढ़ेंगे, और कॉमन मैन की यूज के आइटम का भाव कम होने का चांसेस आर वेरी हाई.
So thank you so much, Amnish sir, for that quick insights into the India-US trade deal. Friends, if you'd like to hear and see more such interesting content, do comment in the comment box, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe at PL Capital.